Warning, what you are about to see contains images of the enemies of HCU getting fucked up. This may be disturbing for children, noobs, or small animals. Viewer discretion is advised. Now, I know there's going to be a couple people saying to themselves, I've already seen that intro. Well, yeah, because that's the intro to the video about my new intro, stupid. Now, if we could take a step back from the morons for a second, I'd like to talk to you about my new intro here. Now, this intro that I'm about to show you has figuratively been in the making for over 3 years. Okay? Now, a lot of you guys already know that I am an expert in Sony Vegas. I just got it a couple days ago. So I went ahead and put this intro together. Okay? Now, the intro that you're about to see. So I want to go ahead and break it down for you before I actually show it to you. So first and foremost, I had to overlay the overlays so that my overlay was now my underlay. But then I put another overlay on top of that so that way that the underlay, which used to be the overlay, was now the middle lay. Okay? So, and also I had to adjust the circumference of the anomalies so that way it would pan from north to south at a 90-degree angle. I had to flip the mechanisms that were involved in the defaults and basically adjust the adjusters so that way that the adjustment would be adjustable. Okay? And also, I had to adjust the horizontal gradient so that way that it was vertical. And the plug-in was unplugged, so I had to replug it back in. And then I also had to shade the solid colors on it so that way that it would have a texture. You know what I'm saying? A texture to it. So also I had to trim the mixer so that way that the video planners could explore the extensions. Okay? Now, a lot of people don't know this, but the audio bus is actually in waveform. So I had to stick it in the envelope so that I can open it with the Explorer. Alright? Now, the project media had to be edited down so that the transition of the FXs could be manageable. Alright? So basically, I went through the mixing of the output bus so that the markers could command the input tractor. Okay? So, basically, I don't want to get into too much detail in this video, honestly. But I'll go ahead and tell you the last thing that I basically did is that I encrypted the extensions so that whenever the overlay came into play, then the project could be rebuilt so that way the snap-ons could be enabled. Okay? And then I had to mute the audio before the other audio came into play. So I had to overlay the other audio and then skip that and then have it loop to where it goes back to the beginning of the audio. Okay? Alright, fairly simple stuff here. I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory. But I just want to go ahead and let you know just basically the details that I went into making this intro. Okay? So without further ado, I would like to introduce my new intro. Oh, one more thing I have to tell you about the audio. Now, this is a 3-channel audio, and in this audio, I basically had to adjust the mid-range and balance that so that the mid-range and the low range and the high range could be
equalized. Okay, so basically, I just tweaked the mid range so that way it would be lower than the high range, and it would be higher than the low range. Okay. Now I also put a chorus flange on it, so that way that it would echo back to me, so that I knew that the peak audio would be extremely higher than the low audio. Okay. So it's pretty much self-explanatory stuff here. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce to you my brand new intro. Be mine.